Tate, Andrew Tate. Everybody's talking about Andrew Tate. And many people are saying he's a misogynist. Well, guess what? I've been called a misogynist. I've been called a misogynist for my traditional views about a woman and a man and a family. It's amazing to me how it's okay for, for people who have other than traditional views to bash the hell out of me and Tate and people like us who believe in the traditional role models. But yet, if we say anything about them, then we're haters, we're misogynists, we're a number of names that they use against us. But yet we're not allowed, or I guess we're allowed to do it, but we're really beaten down or bad-mouthed or even censored or banned if we say anything about them, whether it be derogatory or not. Now, I've never heard Tate say anything derogatory about anybody, but too many times people think about not what he said, but how they feel about what he said. And I've learned this when talking to women. It's not so much what you say to women, it's how they feel about what you say to them. I've had more than one woman call me rude because I'm direct and I'm straight to the point. Okay, I can talk to a man like that all day, which I have, and they don't take offense. But a woman many times will take offense because she's into her emotions. And what we also have in the US and the West and other Western world countries is a lot of men who are into their emotions. They're into their feminine side. Now, we all have a masculine and a feminine side. It's really up to us which one we choose to live in. I believe we do have a choice. So with all these men in their feminine now, and these women in their masculine, but they're masculine, but they still operate on their emotions, they get pissed off, angry, and aggravated at some of the things that people like us say. I'm not a woman hater, and I think a lot of them need to look up the term misogyny and misogynist. It's a person who is strongly prejudiced against women, a person who hates women. I don't see how they figure Andrew Tate hates women. He has his opinions about women and how they are, just like many, many women have their opinions about men and how they are. How many women have you heard say, oh, all men are liars? All men are liars. Well, we know that's not true. Do men lie? Of course they do. Do women lie? Of course they do. All men just want one thing. Well, is that right? Well, I guess we know what we're talking about, the poon. Okay? Well, you could say all women want one thing. They just want money, they just want support. No, all men don't want just one thing. I would say few men want just one thing. Most men want some kind of a connection, especially once they get into their 30s. But what happens is people have their experiences and they judge everybody. They categorize everyone. Now, we all do that. I do it, you do it. But we have to be careful doing that. There's a lot of channels on YouTube and other places that bash women. They're all, I can't say that word. They're all 304s, they're all liars, they're all this, they're just after you for the money, etc., etc., etc. Now, granted, there are some women like that, just like there are some men that's just out for the poon. Okay, that's just the way it is. But not all women are like that. Not all men are like that. You have to be careful about categorizing people in such a way, because what you'll find is you will only discover, you will only meet, you will only encounter and have relationships with people that fit your beliefs about how those people are. If you want to meet a good man, then you got to believe there are good men out there. If you want to meet a good woman, you have to believe there are good women out there. Now, that doesn't mean you stick your head in the sand like an ostrich, because people are people, and some people will manipulate you, lie to you, steal from you, and cheat on you, men and women. But when we group everybody together in this category, you don't give yourself an opportunity to meet someone that could be good for you, and you could be good for them. Men and women are better together than apart. But as a man, I'm much better off without a woman if she's not supporting me, encouraging me, and bringing peace and comfort into my life. And a woman, in the same respects, is not well off, or she's better off without a man if he's not providing, protecting, and supporting her in a financial way and an emotional strength sort of way. If he is not her rock, if he expects her to be his mama, then she's better off without that guy also. She's better off by herself than with a man like that. So we are better together, but we need to make sure the person we're together with is an asset to us instead of a liability. That person makes you more instead of less. Now, this is a problem. Many people think that the person you're with is supposed to blow smoke up your ass and just constantly compliment you and tell you how great you are. A person who truly loves you, a person who respects you, will call you out on your bullshit. And a good woman will point out the mistakes, the defects, and the things that you need to improve on. Now, she's not going to dwell on those things, but she will call you out to become more. And she will make you a better man. And in the same way, a man will call out his woman on bullshit. It's not that they focus on that, but they call you out on it and they shut up. So you need to think about that. I'm not talking about criticism to the point to where it drags the man or the woman down, but holding each other accountable in a loving sort of way. And there's a way you can do that without hurting the other person's feelings. Well, it may hurt their feelings a little bit because no one likes to be called out. But if you're both looking within, you're both open-minded, and you do self-inventory, which few people do, because most people want to blame somebody else, then you can grow together, you can sharpen each other. Same way with your friends and your mentors, you men out there. You need to be around men that are going to call you out on your bull crap, who are going to say, hey, you're screwing up here, hey, you need to do this. Someone who will tell you what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. Everybody seems so easily offended nowadays that many people won't speak the truth. So many people lie. If you're a woman and you ask your husband, does this dress make me look fat? Well, if he thinks it makes you look fat, he needs to tell you that. He shouldn't be afraid to. And you shouldn't get all butthurt if he tells you that. You know what it makes you look like before you ask him. So don't just be pulling some shit test on him just to see what's going to happen. You need to be honest with yourselves, men and women, and you need to be honest with each other. Now you temper that honesty with compassion, empathy, and love. But you need to be honest with each other. If you don't have honest as the basis of your relationship, it will fail. It's like trying to build a house on sand. As soon as the rains come, the winds come, that house is going to fall. Same way with a relationship. So if you can't trust your woman, or women, you can't trust your men, it's not going to go anywhere. Difficult, if not impossible, to have anything worthwhile with someone you can't trust. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Check out my website at marksinspiration.com. Got a couple of books on Amazon. Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of Mark Daniels, and The Power Is Within. Check those out. If you'd like to get my help personally, did I say that already? marksinspiration.com, I think I did. We got a big show coming up here in December. I will be announcing that later on. I'm sure you're going to like it. So take care. Have a great day.